One of the things that when I talk to business owners that they struggle with more than anything else is being consistent. And one of my keys to my success is being consistent. And um, I fell in love with what being consistent can do for you when I first read the book, The Compound Effect. Like back when it came out, like, oh my gosh, maybe 2013, 2014, something like that. And it has always been one of my favorite books until recently. It got topped by something else, but it is always the book that I refer back to. I remember the stories in that book. I remember what it did for marriages. I remember what it did for businesses. I remember what it did for people, right? It was just very powerful when we have that consistency. I think a lot of times the reason that we struggle with consistency is that we do not get instant results, right? We don't get the instant gratification. If we go to the gym, we don't immediately see results. We're sore, we're tired, we're hungry, right? And we don't see instant results. Our body doesn't change immediately. When we start being consistent on social media, we don't get the instantaneous sales, right? When we start being consistent with video, we don't see the instant interaction. We don't build the instant relationships because it takes time, right? To tell you how hard it is to be consistent, I'm going to be honest, right? I have been doing uncomfortable things for 279 days. Some days are harder than others. In the month of July 2020, I did 100 live videos. Not easy. In July of 2021, I did 200 live videos. We'll never do that again. Also, not easy. I have posted almost 70 podcast episodes this year. How many days have been this year? Not quite 90 yet, right? So I've been very consistent with putting out podcast content. I have posted at least 5 videos every single week since January 1st, especially on my YouTube channel, because I knew that in order to grow it, I would need to do that. I have not always been consistent with my social media, but the moment I decided this is what I want, I know visibility works and I'm going to crank it up and I'm going to put it out there. I did it. The first hack of being consistent is making the decision. Like making the decision and knowing that nothing is going to stop you. Sometimes it helps to have an accountability partner, but if you are determined, if what you want at the end of that consistent action is worth it, you will find a way to do it. You will get up earlier. You will stay up later. You will miss out on watching 20 minutes of TV. When the will is there, there is always a way. When you want to be so badly consistent with something, like if it's literally like, if I don't make this business work, I'm going to have to go get a 9 to 5. If I don't make this business work, I'm going to have to do something else. How bad do you want it? It's not instant gratification. It is consistent actions with delayed gratification every single time. Somebody asked me in 2020 when I did my first 100 lives, did you get like a ton of sales out of that? Not in July. I didn't see one sale in July from that. I didn't see one sale in August from that. I didn't see anything from that effort until mid-September. Crazy, right? I do believe that what we do in 190 days, we start seeing the results in the following 90 days. It's always about sowing the seeds, right? That consistent action is sowing the seeds. What happens when you sow the seeds? You reap the harvest. But are you willing to sow the seeds every single day? I've heard this story from my newest coach and also from Rob Dial. And it is a story about the bamboo plant and how bamboo takes like years and years to grow and nothing happens above the ground, but they have to water it every single day for like 5 years, 3 or 5 years, something crazy like that, right? Nothing happens above the ground. You can't see what's going on underneath the ground unless you have like a see-through planter, right? You just have to have faith and be consistent to know that on year 3 or 5 or whatever it is, that bamboo plant is going to shoot out. And then 90 days, it's going to be fully grown. Like nothing is happening above ground. You can't see, but they have enough faith to water it for years, knowing that the end result is going to be worth it. If you can set your mind and close your eyes and vision what is going to happen at the end of this being consistent, right? What is going to happen when I'm consistent for 60 days, for 90 days, for 120 days, for 365 days? Your why has to be big enough so that you can take the consistent action every single day. Is it easy to do a live video every single day? Nope. Is it easy to do 2? No. Is it easy to do 3? No. Is it easy to do 1 TikTok every day? No. Is it easy to do 2? I'm doing 5 right now. It's not easy. I'm messaging my accountability partner sometimes at night saying, I got to figure out how to get this in. I need to do 1 more. But I will never stop pushing myself to make it harder. 70 podcasts in less than 90 days. It's not easy, but now I'm pushing myself to do more. 3 to 5 YouTube videos every single week for less than 90 days. Not easy. Am I pushing myself to do more? Yes, minimum 5 every single week. What I want you to do is find 1 consistent action that you can start with. Don't do like I do. Don't do like a bunch at one time, right? You don't need to have many things. You need to do 1 thing, and then you can build on that 1 thing. The same thing that people ask me, well, I want to do TikTok and YouTube and Pinterest and LinkedIn, and I want to do all these platforms. Okay, well, pick 1 and be consistent with 1 platform. Consistently post, consistently engage with your audience, consistently see what happens. Then, once you feel really comfortable being consistent with that platform, add on another one. And then once you're consistent on that platform, add on another one. We can gamify things, we can make things fun, or we can dread them. We can say I have to be consistent or my business fails, or I get to be consistent so my business has success. It's always our choice. We get to choose. We get to choose how we say it. We get to choose how we frame it. We get to choose how we gamify it. Consistency is what matters. Consistency beats talent. Consistency beats good intentions. Consistency beats luck every single time. The question is, do you want it bad enough to be consistent? If you don't, you'll always find an excuse. If you do, you'll always find a way. Feel free to reach out to me if you ever need accountability or any assistance, support with being consistent. It is one of my favorite things to do, and I push myself every single day to be as consistent as possible. I'm not perfect. I miss days. Yes, I do. But you know what? I get back up and I do it again, or I do double, or I catch up. One of the biggest things I've learned is to never let myself down, because if I can't count on myself, that's going to hurt my confidence. And that means that I'm not going to believe that other people can count on me either. Be your word to yourself first and foremost. Be consistent. Stop looking for excuses and start looking for a way, because that's going to show you how bad you want this business thing, how bad you want to grow your following, how bad you want whatever it is that you want in your life and your business right now in this moment.